channel. In this video, I am going to install Windows 10 on an SSD. As you've seen before, I installed Windows XP on the SSD and Windows 2000. Now we're going to do Windows 10. This would be the most common install. Now what I am pointing to here is proof that I'm going to be installing it on the SSD. Now I like to show proof so then this way no one can go, this person does not know what they're talking about when I do. This is testing computer number 1 that I am using, as you can tell by the BIOS. So I'm pushing F10, I'm saving it, and I'm restarting the computer. And if you're wondering, this computer is over 10 years old. Now what I am installing it through optical media. Meaning I'm installing it from a DVD. Now what you're going to be seeing is you're going to see where it slows down quite a bit. That means the DVD-ROM drive is spinning up the disk to read it. And you can tell where it's just in memory and installing into the SSD. Now if I take a thumb drive and I make that bootable, put the ISO on there and make that bootable, then I can have it go even faster. But for this purpose, not everybody has a thumb drive. A lot of people might have blank discs lying around and they want to use the Windows 10 media creation tool to make the disk. And for some reason it got hung up here, but then I realized as I was filming it, this is an old DVD-ROM drive. It's not the quickest thing in the world. I have it because I had to, my other SATA DVD-ROM drive went out on me and I had that lying around. So, and since this is a test machine, I'm going to use what I have lying around to fix the computer. Then if that goes out, then I'll go buy a new part. And if you look at the thing down at the middle right here, that is actually a windmill. I found that out not too long ago. Alright, so we're in the installation part now. And as I stated earlier, you're going to see where it's really quick and where it's really, really slow. Now, from my experience with this, it's due to my setup, and I know this. The oldest operating system I was able to get on the SSD was 2000. Now, if I want to go any older, what I would have to do is take an adapter that's IDE on one side and SATA on the other, plug that into the IDE cable on the board, and have that controller recognize the drive. So with Windows 10 you can test it without a serial number. That is okay to do. I do that all the time with software. I'll download it, I'll try it out without the serial, then if I like it then I'll go buy it. So what you're seeing, the installation, the selections there, you have Pro and you have Pro N. Pro N on earlier versions had an issue where it didn't install the codecs that you needed to watch videos. I helped a guy out where he needed a Windows 10 installation, and I used what I had, not realizing it was Windows N. So what happened is when it was installing, it didn't install the codec, so I had to go get those third party. I don't know about version 2004. The only version that I know about is, I want to say, 1738. And with these codecs, it fixed the problem with that. And as far as I know, I got to look deeper into that. I have not done that yet. I got to look in there. The N for me means nothing. It's just basic. So we're going to do custom here, which means I delete all the partitions. Now, I do that just so I could show you, in this case, so I can show you what it's actually doing. So as you can see, the first part here went really, really quick. If this was a spinner, it would take a little bit longer. Now, where it says getting ready for files for installation, this will actually jump 3 down. Now, if you look at the bottom here, you'll see how fast it goes in about 5-10 minutes. And the reason that this is not as quick as it could be is because you could tell we're slowing down, except for one part. Those were the big files, but for the most of the part, the slowdown is because of the DVD-ROM drive. And yes, it's an actual DVD-ROM. I don't burn anything on the test machines, so and for some reason, you'll see later when I did this, when it went to go back into the Windows installation, it hung up for a little bit. It was kind of weird how it did it, and it was after the installation. Now, where you see the 1 and the 2 down at the bottom, that's your progress bar. It's the same thing as installing a program, and you see that green bar that goes across the screen? That's exactly what that is. And after it's getting ready for the files for installation, it goes really quick. Now, if you look at the bar, it went up real quick. It's going to go down to installing updates. It did it really quick. So it kind of skipped it almost. And you get to restart the computer here. Your computer is going to be restarted. And what I do is I leave that alone and I let it do it because I want to show the installation in a natural state. I don't want to intervene unless it asks me to. Now right here, this is where it gets kind of awkward. It hangs there for a little bit, and then you see the windmill. The Windows logo goes away. It comes back. You see how fast it says getting devices ready? If that was a spinner, it would take a lot longer than this. And yes, that's me in the background. This is where it hangs a little bit. And then it restarts. Just like usual, you're going to see the Windows logo. And for some reason it comes up twice. I'm still trying to figure out why that is. And then you're going to get just a moment, like on a normal installation. And you do the region, just like a normal installation. I choose United States because that's where I'm at. Of course, I used a US keyboard layout. I could use different ones. Let's say I get a keyboard from a different country. I can, and let's say I'm gonna, and I can change it in the options anyway. But let's say I'm setting it up with that keyboard attached. I can scroll down and select that keyboard. And of course I set it up for home use because it's in my bedroom, so. And I always use the word test because it's a test machine. And since I have this on video, I don't want to put any personal information on here for obvious reasons. And then it goes to the high screen, HI, and it says we're getting everything ready for you. So this will get the most current updates from the Windows Service Update Server. But in the end, you still want to check. Because since this is a new installation, it's going to get everything that it needs. And there we go. That is it for this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and push that bell for more notifications.